fifth episode of The Acolyte, Disney Plus's latest Star Wars series, came out this week. And honestly, this may be the best of all the episodes we get from The Acolyte. I know it's not a very high bar.
Boy, that is... talk about setting the bar low.
But still, there's some stuff that I kind of enjoyed in this episode. Made it some things that made it stand out from the others, but still overall, not a great effort when you look at it in the end. This episode picks up right where we left off from the last episode, where Smilo Ren, the possibly Sith bad guy in this show, has force pushed all the Jedi away, and then the attack begins. We find Osha waking up on the floor. She'd been force pushed away, so she's on the floor of the forest, and there's a dead Jedi there. So she goes off to see what's happening, and it turns out she runs into a battle between Smilo Ren and a bunch of other Jedi. Now, I will say this. This is probably some of the actual best lightsaber fighting we've seen from Disney Star Wars. I want to make the distinction. Disney Star Wars, not talking about original Star Wars where Lucas was involved entirely. So last real good lightsaber battle, in my opinion, was back in Revenge of the Sith, where Nick Gillard trained Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen over a few months for that amazing fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin. Now this is better, like I say, than we've seen from Disney Star Wars, because Disney Star Wars has pretty much been hack and slash. It really looks like just swinging a heavy broadsword. I look back at Rise of the Skywalker, and to me that is a perfect example of just sloppy lightsaber play. This, we actually get a little bit of finesse. We get a little bit of twirls. We get some action that looks kind of good on the small screen. And apparently now, lightsabers through the guts kill. The other weird thing is that apparently Smilo Ren is wearing a helmet that when he headbutts a lightsaber, it knocks it out. I know there are certain metals that can resist lightsabers, like Beskar. I think in the EU there was a some sort of metal weave called cortosis that when a lightsaber struck, it would like disrupt the lightsaber so it shut down. That's what this seems like. But literally, headbutting a lightsaber is just freaking dumb.
Ugh, it's so stupid.
And talk about this Smilo Ren being a little OP. This dude like murks 5 or 6 Jedi on his own. These are like Jedi Knight, the ones that came with Sol, Yord, and Jeki. He just takes them out. Lickety split. It literally reminds me of Revenge of the Sith, where Palpatine, with very little exertion of will or anything, just took out everyone except Mace Windu. So before Smilo's about to take out another couple Jedi, Yord shows up and challenges him. But it doesn't go real well for Yord, who gets a little bit of a slice to the thigh. Yord momentarily delayed the killing of another 2 Jedi. Osha, who's there, raises her weapon to shoot at Smilo, and it doesn't appear to have any effect. And then she runs off. Now, while all this is happening, don't forget that May is also there. She's in Cal Naka's hut. She takes Cal Naka's lightsaber and basically starts to run away when she gets attacked by Jeki. Jeki tries to arrest May because, you know, that's what the Jedi police force does, I guess. And then they get into a bit of a Jedi foo fight. While this is all happening, Osha's running away from Smilo Ren, and we get some very inappropriately placed wipes.
You are no Jedi.
Yeah, for some reason, the director in this show decided to use classic Star Wars wipes, but they're using them completely in the wrong way. Instead of transitioning from like one, you know, end scene to the beginning of another scene, it's just like cuts. It's not appropriate. It doesn't work. Smilo decides to throw his lightsaber to try to chop down Osha's head, but fortunately, Soul shows up. Soul orders Yord to take Osha back to the ship, while he faces off with Smilo Ren. And you know what? This fight actually doesn't look that bad. Again, I think I'm comparing it to what we've seen before with Disney Star Wars lightsaber fights. This looks better. This looks pretty decent. It has enough action to keep you interested throughout the battle. Soul's trying to figure out who this guy is. He knows that this guy trained May, but he senses something familiar, but he can't figure out who it is. Well, apparently the helmet that he's wearing shields him from Jedi thoughts.
Show your face.
And let you read my thoughts. No.
Yeah, I know. I've seen X-Men also. Regardless, the fight continues between Soul and Smilo Ren for a bit, and then Smilo is able to get the better of Soul and apparently takes off. Then we cut back to see where May is actually being captured by Jeki and put in handcuffs. It's at that point that Smilo Ren shows up and starts attacking Jeki. And you know what? Jeki Padawan X-23 more than holds her own against Smilo Ren, who literally murked 6 Jedi Knights, possibly a master or 2 in there. This just does not work for this being a young Padawan. As far as I recall, there's only one Padawan that I know. There's such a master of the lightsaber.
Spent as much time practicing your saber techniques as you do your witchy with rival Master Yoda as a swordsman. I thought I already did.
So while this fight is going on, don't forget May is sitting there in handcuffs. And remember, she had just a little while ago said that she doesn't want to be any part of this. She's going to go turn herself into the Jedi. So seeing all this fighting and everything, and Smilo Ren talking to her, she decides to take off. Jeki and Smilo continue to engage in a little bit of battle, with Jeki having 2 lightsabers, until Smilo knocks out one of her lightsabers, and then he takes off. Yeah, he's nowhere to be seen. This is becoming a recurring theme in this whole thing. Like, you start a battle, you fight for a little bit, then you run off. It's actually kind of distracting and really disrupts everything. And again, they throw in the classic Star Wars wipes, but it's not appropriate for these scenes. Smilo catches up with May, and he's pretty pissed at her because she betrayed him.
You are going to betray me.
And just when he's about to land a killing blow to his failed acolyte, Soul and Jeki show up to engage Smilo in battle. While this little battle is happening, Yord is still taking Osha back to the ship, but Osha senses something's wrong. And she comes up with a plan. Yeah, she remembers those bugs from the last episode. They're attracted to light. So basically she lights a flashlight, Pip actually, and runs off towards where the battle is. Soul and Jecki continue to fight Smilo Ren, but Soul's saber is temporarily disabled by a well-placed headbutt. This leaves Jecki to fight Smilo on her own. And guess what? Yeah, it doesn't go well because, while one lightsaber to the gut may not have killed a main character in Ahsoka, 3 to the torso will definitely do it in this show. No! Jecki gets pin-cushioned, and in the process, Smilo's helmet falls off. And guess who it is? Oh my God, I'm so surprised. I can't believe I got it right from the last episode.
I feel shocked.
Yeah, Qimir's our bad guy, and he starts talking with Soul, making him feel guilty about the fact that he brought the Jedi here who got all slaughtered. Now, May is still nearby, because apparently May's not run off yet, and he force grabs her.
You really didn't know it was me.
Qimir holds his lightsaber to May's head while Soul asks him, "What are you?" This is again where we have some canon breaking.
But a Jedi like you might call me Sith.
It's actually kind of interesting. I didn't catch this the first time. I knew there was something wrong when he said he's a Sith, but basically what he says is he wants freedom. He wants freedom to be on his own. He wants freedom from the Jedi.
What do you want?
Freedom. The freedom to wield my power the way I like.
He talks about the Jedi saying that he can't exist. And this to me didn't fit Sith mentality. Sith mentality was, ruling over people, having power and control.
Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy.
This guy seems to just want, he basically said, I want to be free to be on my own.
I just wanted to be left alone.
While Qimir is explaining why he wants to be free, why he wants to be away from the Jedi, that's when Yord shows up. Yeah, Yord gives him a couple good swipes, but unfortunately, it's a sad ending for all you members of the Yord Horde out there. Yeah, so now we got Jecki's been murked, Yord's been murked, the other Jedi have all been murked. So all we got left is Soul and Osha. Osha, who also came running in, and she throws a light on the back of Qimir. Why does she do that? Well, because those bugs from the last episode are attracted to light. And those bugs just, they kind of act like Dementors and just swarm all around Qimir and take him away. Yeah, the light she stuck on Qimir's back was actually Pip. So I guess Pip is also dead. We're just adding to the bounty count here. So with Qimir appearing to be eaten by bugs, all we have left is Soul and Osha. And it's time for them to leave after this clearly fucking disaster of a mission. And Soul says, look, I'm going to explain everything to you. But, oh, yeah, that's right. Someone else is still here. Yeah, that's right. May's still here. Don't forget about that. This is just poorly cut together. It's just cut after cut, scene after scene. It's not well choreographed. It's very disconcerting. So with Soul stunned, May and Osha go off and have a tete-a-tete, heart-to-heart, whatever, talking about everything they've experienced. And this is supposed to be emotional, but we basically see Amandla Stenberg acting off herself, and it just doesn't really come off well.
The Jedi got what they deserved. Those Jedi were more my family than you ever were. Have you forgotten who we are?
Still appears the two sisters are about to reach a reconciliation, but Osha goes all Jedi PD.
You're a criminal, May. You must pay for your crimes.
May, however, is able to use some force powers to knock Osha out, and now it's very clear that she has a plan. Yep. How do we know she has a plan? Well, she ignites a lightsaber and cuts off her long hair. Yeah, that's right. We're going to go back and visit another classic Disney property, where the twin sisters switch places because May's disguising herself as Osha. May, disguised as Osha, goes and meets up with Master Soul and tells Soul that May is gone, and they decide to go off on the ship, I guess back to Coruscant. I'm not certain why Soul has not figured out that this is not May. I guess, you know, having bangs is covering her tattoo that we all have previously seen. Also, Soul, Jedi Master Soul, who trained Osha as a Padawan, cannot sense the difference between his Padawan and her evil twin sister.
I'm going with evil twin.
While Soul and May, disguised as Osha, go back to their ship, we find out that, guess what? Qimir is not dead yet. Yeah, he was able to beat the bugs. And goes off and finds Osha, now all in May's clothes, lying on the ground. And, well, maybe he has a new acolyte now himself. And that's the show. That's the show.
What a show. What a night.
I will give marks on the show for some decent action. Definitely probably some of the best lightsaber dueling we've seen in the Disney Star Wars era. Not a high bar. I assert that again. Not a high bar.
Understatement of the year.
But it definitely looked better than just the hack and slash broadsword style. Definitely a lot better than Ahsoka. The characterization in this episode did not work for me. I don't. May literally switch sides more than a WWE wrestler. I mean, first she's a heel, then she's a face, then she's a heel, then she's a face. I don't know what the hell's going on, and none of this makes sense. I mean, it's just a hallmark of not understanding your characters. Develop a character. If you're going to make the character have a change of heart, build towards it properly. Instead, we have the sudden change of heart in the last episode. We have another change of heart here, and then she changes back again to being back. It's very confusing. Now she wants, literally, she was going to turn herself in last episode. Now she's like, I'm going to go kill all the Jedi, I guess. I'm going undercover as my sister. Soul's okay. Again, I don't fault the actor Soul. I think he's doing a fine job for what he can do. Again, with English not being his first language. I enjoyed him in Squid Game, so he's okay. Actually, kind of like Qimir. And I'm not going to call him, knockoff Ezra Miller at this point, because I think the character's a little better now. I think the guy, I think his name is Manny Jacinto. I really liked the menace he portrayed as Qimir, the not quite Sith person. It's probably one of the more believable performances we've seen in the show so far. Motivation, still not certain about it. Don't really know that he's a Sith. And, well, at least they killed everyone. So I guess those people won't tell anyone about a Sith. Still, Master Soul is there. So I guess maybe he doesn't make it back to Coruscant. I don't know, spitballing how this ends. Maybe he doesn't make it back to Coruscant. Maybe they get diverted and they all die along the way and no one figures it out. And Ki-Adi did not know what was going on. He just knew about some weird guy with force powers. Anyway, That's this episode. Only 3 left of this thing. Questions, comments, witticisms down below. Click all the good buttons. Would the dogs stop barking? I know you don't like the show much either. It's okay. I know. Only 3 episodes left. Don't worry. See you guys next time.